Hey there everyone, and welcome back to ES6 training. And you might have heard from me talking about that ES6 has so much of the great feature, and one of the top reasons I like the ES6 because I do code in other languages as well. Now, when you code in other languages and they are so subtle and rock solid, and when you get onto the JavaScript, which is really great language, but sometimes it behaves a little bit odd compared to others, that I was never a big fan of that. And one of such thing is these dot operators. Now, formally they are known as the rest and spread operators, but I call them the awesome dot guys. You will see me in a minute. I'll show you a quick example here on the JS bin that how it is so much awesome. So let me quickly write a quick function. And the scenario that we are following up here is, let's just say you want to quickly write a function where a lot of people deposits money in your account and you just want to find out what's the final balance for that. And at the given time, a lot of people are just depositing on your bank. And I know that's really a great situation, but let's just assume it happens. So let me just write a simple function here and we'll call it as, let's just call it as deposit. Okay. And let me first write a function there, and then we'll be talking about what is being passed into the argument here. Okay, so give me a second here, and let me just have a quick balance there, and let's just assume your balance is 0. I never wish that it should be, but let's just say my balance is right now 0. Okay, and after that, let's just say people have started to deposit money, so I'll be just looping through an array which will be passed in an argument in a minute. So I'll be saying let I equals to 0. Let's start a loop, an iteration starting from 0. And obviously, you know the drill, it should be running till we get something here. So let's just say our argument name is money and it's an array that is being passed on. So all I have to do is say money dot length, pretty easy. Okay, and we have to increment the I as well. Don't forget that, it's pretty easy. Okay, now inside the loop, all we'll be doing is simply, let's just say we are having a balance update. So I'm going to simply say balance plus equal money. So, and let's just say our array is having a lot of elements. So that's how we do it. Okay, pretty good. So far, we are just updating and we are assuming that it's an array which is being passed on, and we are just iterating through this array for the length of the array, and every individual element of the array, which is the ith element, is being added up to the balance. So your balance is getting increased here. Okay, that's a good thing. Now let's just go ahead and have a return there. Okay, and we are returning a balance. Okay, sounds good, sounds nice so far. Now let's just use this method there, and in simply the console.log. And what I want you to do is call this function. Okay, so here we go, we called it, there we go. And now you might be thinking, hey, we need to declare an array, and then on the array needs to be called on, or we have to do something like this. But let me introduce you this really nice way of dot operators, 3 times dots. I said it 2 times, but it's actually 3 times. And what you need to do is, let's just say somebody is depositing $100 in your account, then $40 and $50 and $30. You are loving it. But yes, that's what's the case. But right now, if I'm going to run this, it's not going to work. Let me just show you. I run that and it says 0 because, hey, it's just expecting one argument, and how can it loop through one argument? It's not possible yet in the JavaScript. But in the ES6, what you can do, you can simply apply dot, and there you go. Now, this is really fun and cool, and I'll show you how it works in a second. And you see $220, you have earned it quite nicely and quickly. Now, what it does, it takes the list and convert it into an array. Let me just show you by quickly demonstrating it. So simply if I do a console.log of simply the money here, I don't have to put a dot there. Let's just simply clear that and run that. And notice that all of my list is now being converted into an array. I guess I could have declared an array and then passed on an array, then it could have worked nicely. But there are hundreds of situations where we need this kind of thing. So it's always good thing that you have more than one options. So this is one cool thing that I liked about it. Now also a similar situation in which dot can be used in a reverse manner, just what we have seen here, is also one of the very impressive thing about these operators. I'm just loving this ES6. So let's just say you have another operation going on. Let's just call this as add money, and you might be loving this because we are adding a lot of money in here. Okay. So let's just do that, and let's just declare an array this time. Somebody deposited $34, somebody deposited $66, $99, maybe 24. I'm just randomly typing anything here. So this is my array. Okay, that's pretty much cool about it. Now let's just say you want to find out who has deposited the maximum amount in your balance, and you might want to find out somehow that. So what you can do, you might be thinking about using a math function known as math.max. So math dot, oops, I need to learn how to write math, although I'm good in it. So math.max, and you might be thinking, hey, I now can pass on simply something like this, and I can find out add money. There we go. And if I run this, it's not gonna work. Let me just show you. And we see NaN, which is not nothing there. So what is happening? It's not actually being able to do things like that. And obviously, if I do something like this, if I just copy this list and instead of add money, I just paste it down there, obviously it's gonna work this time, but that's not the point. We are not trying to just write it like that. So if I hit Command Z, now again, one great thing about these dot operators, it can convert list into array, as well as it can convert back list array simply into a list as well. Let me just show you by quickly adding dot there, and clear that and run that, and this time we get 99 even though there's an add money. Now one great thing that they have done inbuilt into this add money thing is simply at the backend logic, there is some loop going on through entire array, and it splits out the number there. And let me just show you quickly. I think words are not that much powerful than the things visually I can see. So if I just see dot and I say add money, there we go. And now you'll see that this entire array is being converted into a list, and somebody or something is going over it in a loop manner. So let me clear that and run that. And there we go. You can see, don't just ignore the 220 because it's coming up from this line in here. And apart from that, 34, 66. So it's looping through it, and it's nice thing. And finally, we got 99, which is a max. And you can also, if you wish, you can go for the min as well. But again, in the money part, it's the maximum which we are looking up for. But again, this is just a use case scenario which I've tried to build up and show you the functions and things, how it can be done. But really, this one little guy, I call them super is really impressive and powerful. I hope you liked it.